Hello. Um, Thumbnail's wrong. I'll change that in a minute. So, as some of you may have felt, there has been some significant changes in these last few weeks. I've gone deep into the turmoil, deep into the pain, deep into the grief, deep into the chaos of what's been going on, deep into an awakening. So, awakenings can be seen sometimes as this beautiful experience where something happens either in a deep meditation or we get supported by someone else or it just happens spontaneously and it is stunning and things just shed and we are like floating around in this happy joy state of being. And there's so many ways of awakening. Or life can go to SHIT. We can get triggered. We can have what seems like our life is crumbling. We can have deep pain, sorrow, grief, like we're just crumbling, like all aspects of ourselves are crumbling. The latter is what I've just gone through. So it's I haven't gone through something like that for quite some time. It's for quite some time. It's been quite a level, beautiful, balanced journey. And when I was in the depths of it, my internally I was just screaming and grieving and in such deep depths of sorrow and chaos and bleh, you know. Um, and then connecting with some beautiful people, reaching out. Like for me, for this time, it was definitely connecting with other people, my beautiful friends, wisdom keepers, soul connections, and from that I got the connections and I got the wisdom, and initially some of them didn't land with me straight away, but like over a few days I had this feeling of being held, being heard, because I can be not very great at sharing what's not going great. Being that whole people pleaser, and putting too much energy outside of myself and not nurturing my inner fire. So I want this to be relevant for you too. Like all of what I've mentioned is a way of giving you permission to recognize those really gnarly times, those times where everything feels like it's falling apart. But on the other side of that, and I speak to so many people about it, but I haven't experienced it myself for a long time. On the other side of that, I've so recognized that it all happened because, as I've been mentioning, the old paradigms, the old ways of being, the old beliefs, the pigeonholing, the control, the emotional ways, the mental ways of thinking are coming up vibrationally in our lives, internally and externally. And it seems like chaos and it feels like chaos and it feels like everything is falling apart. And in a way it is, but it's the old ways, it's the controlling ways, it's the old patterns, it's the ways, the societal ways of us feeling that things have to be that certain way. And it doesn't, it really doesn't. Like, sorry, I got distracted. So all these things come up, feel like our life is falling apart, but they're coming to the surface. They're coming up to be released once and for all. And there will be times like this, but there'll be other aspects that come up to be released. And for this very close family member of mine that I've been supporting and that's like just spanned me out, um, it's such a gift. Like what we went through is such a gift, because now the awareness is up, and now there's been a release. Now there's an opportunity for us to move forward in a different way. Like we have so much more information, so much more clarity, so much more fluidity, peace, and gentleness to come. So if that's happening for yourself, if there's chaos happening, try, or when you have a moment, feel into what that's teaching you, what the nudge is, what's broken, and what needs reassembling, but in a different way. Because I've come out of this so much more connected to my heart, so much more aware of my mind. Like my mind, and I didn't really see it before, but it was definitely taking charge and being a bit controlling and being quite negative. Because we are that part that's listening, like our soul essence, like our truth, where we land, where we're connected to source and all of nature and reality, is actually in the heart. And from there, that's where we are peaceful. That's where we are present. That's where creativity and solutions come, but solutions which are pure and gentle and easeful. And like the solutions that come through are like, oh, why has that never come through before? That's so simple. So, because I've started to listen to the Eckhart Tolle book again, The Power of Now, and it's allowing me to remember that the mind chatter, the negative mind chatter, is from the installs, from the events, from the opinions of others. And it keeps us stuck, and it keeps us from moving forwards, and it keeps us quiet and not moving forwards in life in a beautiful, free way, where we have what may feel like thoughts, but they're messages from the heart. And those are the ones which are expansive, which are simple, which are playful, which are expansive. But that other part of the mind is like, oh no, don't do that. That's a bit stupid. Oh, guys, that's definitely not that easy. And we're going through a time now where we're like journeying between the two, and slowly but surely recognizing, ah, that mind stuff doesn't work for me. And the way I saw, like I had a day yesterday and I had so much to do, but it turned into like lots of self-nurturing, lots of self-care. And part of that was having a bath. Part of that was just candles, incense, all the things. And in that I had this vision, I had this like experience where there was this like smoke that came from my heart, which was pure and it was white and it was beautiful and light. And then there was one that came from my mind, which was dark and solid. And they came together and created like the yin yang symbol. And I was like, that's like the light and the dark, like our light self and our shadow self. And I was like yin yang, and it's like male female. But then it did this thing, it span really, really quickly and created like this grayness. But it's this grayness that had like an emanating light from it. And it's a beautiful balance of both. And I was like, wow, that to me represents that we're moving into this time, not of duality, not of light and dark, not of masculine, feminine, but we're moving into a time now where everything is encompassed, everything is in balance, every part of our being has a part to play. Like, and I know, and it's a big lesson for me because I know I've gone, oh, the mind, we're moving from mind consciousness to heart consciousness, and we need to like disregard that, let that go, release the mind. No, we are supposed to. Well, we're moving into a time where everything is in balance, and the mind is part of that. Like we need part of our ego, we need part of our shadow self, we need that inner child that guides us and makes us act really quickly when we need to. It keeps us safe, and it's powerful, and it's strong, and it's the part of us where, although it can be labeled as dark, it's a great warrior. It's a great, like, instigator of change. It makes us act really quickly, really powerfully, and is our ally, can be our ally. But it has, for this age of Pisces, for the last 2000 years, it's taken over. It's thought it is in charge, or it's not. It's like a big brother that's like ruled the roost for so long, where actually the younger daughter is coming up and is talking to the family and working with a family that gives everyone space, that gives everything a voice, but in a more harmonious way. And this big brother that's ruled the roost and is a bit annoying is recognizing that he's really lonely in that way of being, and he's having to fight all the time. And he's like, well, actually, what she's saying feels right. I don't have to hold all this stuff. I can relax and I can just be. And I want to go outside and play the football. I want to go outside and what young men do. I don't know. But it's bringing your systems, your way of being, into this harmonious way of being, of balance. And it's my dog yawning. Um, so I feel like I'm talking really metaphorically, and I want to be really practical, and I want to help you in the way that allows you to understand the magnificence of your being. So what I'm going to do, I'm already connected with my guides, and some of what I shared already is a collaboration of the guides like flowing through me. And the guides that I work with, they're vast. They change all the time. There can be your guides and other people's guides that come through. So it's this beautiful collaboration of source energy. And what I'm about to share now should and could really resonate with you to move forward with more clarity and peace and tranquility. So I've already done my connecting. So I'm just going to let just be a bit of peace. And if you want to close your eyes and rest, and we'll see what comes through. Today and every day is an opportunity to take back control of your life. When we say control, we don't mean the control of holding a force of the old aspect of control. It's more a sense of being in an energy of holding, of recognizing all parts of yourselves, honoring all parts of yourself, but recognizing those parts which are broken, which are distracting, which are causing anxiety, stress, overwhelm, which are also causing a self negative talk. The self negative talk, which then bestows negative feelings in the body, emotions, a feeling of fight, of flight, of isolation. Those parts have the capacity to melt, to soften, to a degree that they come in when needed, when you need to fight for your corner, when you need to have strong boundaries, when there is a time for you to be present and firm and just. So we share tones now and light language, easing that controlling mind state, the controlling which does not serve you, and then which floods the body with images, with feelings, with rapid heart rates. So we share now tones which are perfect for you in this moment, either listening in the live or at another time. And you are welcome to listen to this multiple times to ease the mind more and more into a balance, into a flow with all your systems. So as we share light language, which transmits code deep into your DNA, into your sacred geometry, into your atoms, your body, your mind, your spirit, all levels of your being, bringing balance, bringing peace and calm for all of your systems. So the codes and the words and the tones are all of light and love. And we commence now to bring a balance of the mind into harmony with the rest of your body and all your system. Itarasane aturu utina akariatara. Inareto soniatayara sonoretariana. Light language and sacred song now, easing the mind, connecting with your heart for balanced, harmonious, internal and external experience. Radiating light throughout your being for peace, for calm. Isane etera aniaro teriana isania kena ihono niriana yana hina tira naria tasaniara huno yara niara hana yara yonaria. Yana seniara yana yara sana yukuturu yana yara yana yani yasaniaru tunoria nitriana. Sianaria rearu ni anianoro yana sianiunu. Sanayana niranu yanu yana Sanarayana yarunara inayanari yarasano Ayanara yasano riyana yatarana eteyo Sanaranu yenara yae Sanareu ianae, sanareu ianae, sanareu ianae, sanareu. So sitting and resting for a few moments in the stillness, in the peace, and feeling into the heart, the silence, the feeling. So as you notice the mind after this transmission, notice that it is not you. It is patterns, it is conditioning, it is control from the darker side of our being, and you can choose not to listen. You can choose to step aside, to step away from the negative talk, from the fear, from the isolation, and from your heart, from your listening center, moving forwards with peace, tranquility, practically when journeying with the mind and facing challenges, breathing into the heart, into the body, into the stillness, and from there choosing which way, and from there recognizing the manipulation of the mind, and from there sending love to the mind, to the shadow self, and befriending this brings you an ally. Rather than the mind taking control and ruling the roost, they become your ally, your protector. And from your center, your heart, your light, this is where you exist from, where you emanate from, where you take charge from your soul. From here, your soul chooses, your soul leads, your soul emanates. And from here, all else becomes easeful, flowful, divine. Don't know if you can hear, but my tummy's really grumbling. So I'm going to stop. I think that's going to be really distracting. Oh, so. So move forwards in heart consciousness, recognizing when the mind is a bit over the top, is controlling, is preventing you from doing something that you want to do, that you love, that you resonate with, you're excited about. And then from here, moving forwards, they get to move together in beautiful harmony, in this energy of balance and flow. Subscribe for more and check out healawaken.co.uk for the events that I hold. I hold them on my own and also collaborate with others. I also provide one-to-ones, which I've completely slashed the price because I want them to be accessible for people. And there's going to be so much more here as well. The next group transmission face-to-face live is in Brighton, the Loft, on the 20th of December 2025, and they're 4 weekly. And I also hold them in Glastonbury 4 weekly. Check out healawaken.co.uk events for further details on those. Also hold community spaces in Sussex, and I'm going to leave it there. All right, have a beautiful day. Drink beautiful water, have fresh food, and do now, when you're moving forward, what feels right for you. This is all about awakening your inner light, your inner wisdom, your innate abilities, bringing that to the surface and shedding everything that's around you and controlling you that doesn't serve you, releasing that and transmuting that back into your light, into your presence, into this beautiful new earth that we're all moving into. Much love, grace, and tranquility, as always, Sulinara.